So, what are you wearing?
Half plate?
Ooh, yeah.
Do we have enough tail on that without our laughter?
No. Don't make me do it. Hey everybody, welcome to Threshold, Relics of the Homeland. I'm Kevin, I'm DMing. Let's meet the players.
Hey everyone, my name is Steven. I'm playing Angularis Sacre Artiferix. He's a 5th level wizard.
Hi, I'm Patrick, and I'm playing Tosseverus Aurelius, a level 5 half-elf paladin that nobody likes, though that could be changing.
Hi, my name is Pamela. I am playing Victoria Methexos Perfectus, or Tiff for short. She is a level 5 elven cleric of Victoria.
Hi, I'm Zach. I'm playing Box, an elven druid who likes everybody.
And I'm Josh. I'm playing Garadal Galithlar, also known as Gara, a level 5 ranger with or without, perhaps, a weapon.
So about that. Okay, so we left it kind of ambiguous because you guys left in a hurry.
Right.
Did you mail your Jad back, or did you just mail a requisition for more Jads back? I'm going to let you decide what... We can retcon it to whatever you want it to be right now.
As much as I think it's hilarious that a raven would try to struggle to bring back a Jad,
Yeah.
yeah, actually I kind of do want it to be gone.
Okay, you mailed your Jad
I mailed it
by
back.
Raven
Yes.
back to the Technospheres Union.
Yes.
Okay, that happened. You did that.
That happened. So it was a requisition for a new Jad.
Great. Meanwhile, we're at the Pillars of the Six Ways. You guys have just arrived and you've been you guys looked beat all to heck because
There's some crazy stuff going on.
yes, you've been running from ghosts all night and you've been ushered into some modest but comfortable rooms and offered a chance to rest.
Yay!
A few initiates have come by with some kind of a hearty stew, a vegetable stew, and offered it to you all, and you've been left to rest. It is currently mid-afternoon, and what are you guys
so
up
we're
to?
like waking up right now, or
Oh,
or
no,
we're about to rest?
No, you've arrived at your rooms now.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Have we already rested? No, we haven't
we
You
rested.
haven't rested yet.
We just got there.
Oh, okay.
Toss is just stoked to see a bed, and he sort of looks around.
It's more like a thin pad on the floor.
Okay.
But it appears to have been designed to be slept on, possibly.
Right, it's better than 2 like meditation mats.
Yeah,
like,
it's like there's...
hastily squished together. So he's pretty excited. Is there anything in our, like, do we each have our own rooms?
Yes, you've each been... You're all in the same kind of hallway of this tower,
Is there any
ground
other
floor.
furniture, or is it just like really?
It's pretty much just the mat, and there's like a chair, and that's it.
Okay. Yeah, and he's gonna
Great.
crash.
You flop onto your mat.
I don't
Pass
even
out.
remove my armor. I literally just lay
Just
back on it and just
Clank.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Everybody else, you guys just gonna rest right away?
I'm just gonna, I'm gonna trance, and then when I'm done trancing, if I still have a little bit of time, I'm gonna put another spell in my spell book.
Great. Yeah, you have plenty of time. You're uninterrupted pretty
I
much.
copy False Life. I tattoo that onto my self.
Great.
False Life
Yeah.
lets me bolster my health with necromantic energy.
Temporary hit points.
Top.
Yeah. Great. You all take a moment, rest. Other than the initiates that came by to give you, offer you some food, you're uninterrupted. You don't even see anybody else for the duration of your rest. 4 hours pass. the elves have rested enough. You guys can remove the level of exhaustion. You can restore spells, heal stuff, all of that good stuff. Is there anything that you guys would like to do while Toss still has 4 hours of sleep to do?
I'm going to use meld with stone if the wall looks thick enough,
Okay,
and like
sure.
hide inside the wall, just in case someone like comes to get me and like jump out and scare them.
The walls are fairly thick, so you are able to meld with stone on the wall.
Gara's going to continue reading Ardelia, A Summer's Dream.
Perfect. Perfect. Gara continues his book. How long are you waiting in the wall?
I can do it for like 8 hours. So I can
Okay,
just like
so-
sit there and just.
So you're
like,
gonna wait that whole time. Okay, great. Okay, you're waiting in the wall. Tiff.
Oh gosh. Do I or do I not?
Do it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try to establish connection.
What do you say? What do you do to try and establish a connection?
See now I don't know because I wasn't planning on it. Actually,
You can leave it alone too.
yeah,
There's
I'll
no
leave it
pressure.
alone. Yeah, I don't have anything to ask him.
You sit on the other side of the room and stare awkwardly at it. Great. What are you doing to fill the time, Tiff?
I'm going to take out a small piece of metal and just kind of like play with it and
Okay.
kind of work it into different shapes.
Okay, great. The rest of Toss's rest passes as you guys do your various tasks. You wait. At around the 7-hour mark, an initiate comes by to collect the bowl from the soup.
I quickly jump out of the wall and yell boo as loud as I can.
And the initiate, who is a he's a human. And he's just like, and he goes, "Whoa!" And he like almost hits his head on the wall. He's like, "Oh. Hi."
That was funny.
You got me. And he kind of gathers up the bowl and like shakes his head as he walks out. Toss, we approach the end of your 8-hour rest.
I wake up and I feel good.
Yep, and you feel a thump, and you feel like somebody's sitting on your back right now.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Are you face down or face up?
Toss probably lays on his back.
Okay, then someone's sitting on your stomach
Okay.
right now.
I wake up with a start.
And as you wake up, like Vox's sister Volpina's face
Oh god.
is like 2 inches away from your face. You just wake up and your face is just like right there.
Hello again.
Do you do that every night?
Yes, I have to.
You have to?
Yes.
What happens if you don't?
I get very tired.
Is it fun?
Sometimes.
Was it fun this time?
Not particularly, no.
Okay. She kind of sits back. And it's weird. You're weird.
Thank you. Can I help you with something?
No, I was just curious because you were like gone. You like weren't there. I came to like see what you were doing, and you just like your body was there, and like you weren't. So I just.
Yeah, I was dreaming.
What's that?
It's like this right now, but I can't control it, and I wake up from it.
She kind of kicks off of you and goes, "That's weird. I don't understand."
Well, it's hard to explain. I don't really understand it either.
Okay, well, are you done now?
I am.
Okay, and she just walks out of the room.
Toss just sits up stands up and just. Okay, I need to find the rest of my group.
You all kind of reach the conclusions of your time. You realize that Toss should be waking up soon if you want to move as a unit.
Yeah.
The idea is just like, is that guy ready yet or what?
It's a weird dynamic.
I finished tattooing the new spell onto my body, and so I put away my supplies and I'm ready to go.
Great. As you all kind of emerge, you're in the same hallway with each other. It's still deserted. You guys gonna head out into the the area again?
Were we told where we needed to go?
You were not.
afterwards? Okay.
Okay.
What was your sister's name again?
Which one?
Which one? Which colored hair one was this?
This is brown hair.
Brown hair.
They're all named Volpina, by the way. They're just numbered.
Right. I haven't listened to you talk about anything about your family, so.
Oh, that was the 5th.
The 5th.
Yes, that's Volpina the 5th.
The 5th. Okay. Okay.
As you all kind of emerge at the end of the hallway, Volpina sticks her head back in, having just kind of skipped out. And like, well, are you coming?
Oh! I run towards her, laughing, and I tell her about the prank I pulled.
That's a good one, Fox. This one time, I pulled that, but it was with a bishop of Victoria.
Oh,
She almost stabbed me.
Still worth it.
It was hilarious.
Still worth it.
So if we're done with prank corner, are we ready? Can you show us Volpina 5? Where exactly we can talk to someone who's maybe in charge around here?
Oh yeah, well you already met Betten. It's pretty much him.
Do you know where these monks of the long death are?
I just got here myself, honestly, but they seem nice. I assume it's one of the towers, probably.
Okay.
I don't. Betten's probably in the body tower. Betten. Yeah, that's his name. Betten. I don't remember the rest.
Can you show us the body tower, please?
Sure. I think there's like a tower. One of the towers has just they're all pretty uniform except over the entrances, like the main entrances to each one. There's just like a quick elven sigil that looks like it was added after the fact, probably relatively recently as compared to the age of the buildings.
Okay.
And there's one that just says body.
What did the other one say?
So there's body, and then one of them says earth, one of them says light, one of them says shadow, one of them says water, and one of them says death.
I'm going to go check out the death tower.
Great.
Actually, I'm going to just say we should probably check out this. Well, let's go where she shows us. Then we'll go to the death tower.
Yeah, we should probably meet whoever is in charge.
Then the tower.
Great. As you guys make your way towards the body tower, you see it looks like most of the field work is completed at this point, but there are you can actually see the ropes that are run. There's the giant suspended platform over the middle of all of these, and you can see several monks running along the ropes, which looks challenging, but they're making it look kind of easy. Again, like a variety of races and peoples and everything. And it looks like there's this middle platform is fairly large, and it looks like there's some sort of regimented, like, kata thing going on up there.
Volpina, what are they doing?
Well, I don't know. This isn't my... I'm from the same place he is. Does he know?
I don't know. You know, I know a quick way to find out, and I turn into a bird and fly up there.
Oh,
Volpina, if you would please just continue and take us.
Oh, sure, yeah, it's this way. Vox, as you fly up there, you see pretty much, you can see that there's like there's two or three people. No, there's two people sort of sparring in the middle of this sort of. It's like a square of just rows of people. Again, like they're sort of arranged with no care apparently to what race or height or anything.
And nobody here has weapons, right?
No weapons. And yeah, there's two people kind of sparring, and the other two, like half of the square is basically mimicking one of the people that's going through, and the other half is mimicking the other person. So it's sort of like a weird, surreal dance around these people who are actually kind of fighting.
I would land and like transform like maybe 5 feet away from them fighting.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you guys doing?
Nobody pays any attention to you. They all seem intensely focused on what they're doing.
I wave my hands like sporadically, like trying to get attention.
One of the rear, like people in the back row of one of the things, pauses, bows for a second, breaks off, and goes, "May I help you?"
I'm just asking what you guys are doing. I mean, this was the quickest way I could figure out what you guys were doing.
This one is a tall orc, which I don't know if Vox has run into an orc before.
No,
But-
but he would just be like,
Yeah.
odd.
I'm sorry, what could I help you with?
No, what is going on here? Like, what are you doing?
Training.
Oh, we're training, like, I guess for fighting. I mean, that's the only thing it looks like. But it looks like you guys are dancing.
Yes, that is the foundation. We are currently training in two of the ways.
So you're like dance fighting?
To an untrained eye, it may appear as though we are dancing, but this is training for combat and the ways.
Okay. I flutter away.
He's kind of like... And then after recovering, he just goes back and bows and rejoins the training. Meanwhile, you are all led to the body tower by Volpina, and there are a few initiates standing out front. One of them is a bullywug, and he says, yes, I'm
Vox
sorry.
Populi?
Huh?
He speaks
Yeah,
about...
again, the sort of same broken sort of
Okay.
Vox Populi that the Syraxan spoke. Understandable, but it's like there's just
Right.
some grammar wrong and stuff. He goes, I assume that you're here to speak to Betten. He said that you would probably come find us when you were finished resting.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, well, follow me, please. And he frog walks himself up, and you guys follow him to about the midway point in the tower, and there's sort of, they open an unassuming room in the side of a hallway, and there's just, it's actually a very similar room to the ones that you guys were just asked to stay in, but sitting in it, just kind of cross-legged, is Betten, who you had spoken to in the fields before, and two younger-looking, one is an elf, and one is another half-elf. And he goes, come in. Come in, please. I'm sorry for the abruptness, but you all looked like you were about to fall over when you wandered in, and I figured this was best left till after your recovery.
Thank you for the accommodations.
Of course. What is your name, may I ask?
My name is Toss. Tossiverus Aurelius. I am a knight of Lunan.
You follow the moon way.
Yes. Do you worship anyone out here?
Worship may be too strong a word, but we definitely hold respect for such things.
That didn't sound like an answer. Such things? By that do you mean gods? By that do you mean the moon in particular?
Well, we can hardly be in this place and not pay some homage to the moon, I suppose.
This place?
The Homeland. So, you've all been dispatched to in response to our replies. I suppose there's no time to waste. We would like our portal reopened and trade reestablished with the greater homeland, if possible.
Lady Tiff, what do you make of this?
It's fairly standard. Why now?
Well, that's another matter. There's been a fairly serious disturbance nearby. Every monk that has been dispatched has not returned
Why would
Nothing.
you want to open a portal?
because we need help. We don't know what to do. Every person I've dispatched over 20 of the brothers, and none of them have returned. Many of them were long deaths. Our ability to fend off the spirits is starting to weaken.
Tell me more about these long deaths.
You seem very concerned about them. Yes. Just as life is one of the 6 ways, so too is death. Especially where the elves are concerned, and that is the root of our teachings. It is a way of calming, ameliorating, and dispersing spirits without overt conflict. It is one of the 6 disciplines that we teach here, and the way that we are able to keep safe from the ravages of this place.
What sort of disturbances?
Disturbances as far as the spirits?
What do you need help with?
The outside
Oh.
disturbances.
We don't know. We've dispatched so many of the brothers.
Why did you just dispatch the brothers in the first place?
There was, well, several of the long deaths and shadow monks were, during their visions, they were damaged. They had a very peculiar set of visions that none of them were able to decipher, but they all seemed to be calling that way. He kind of points in an arbitrary direction. And there was this pressure, this spiritual pressure we were feeling. We couldn't not investigate. It was nothing that we could contain from here. But now no one has returned.
And how long have these been going on?
Probably 50 years.
20 brothers over 50 years sounds a lot better than 20 brothers over a few weeks. A few phases.
There are only 150 brothers on premises, you understand. I know the space is grand, but not many make it this far.
Yes, yes. Of course. I was just picturing you sending 20 people over the period of maybe a few phases into the woods and having them not return. I can understand maybe perhaps 50 years. So you've been here 50 years. What brings Syraxan monks?
Well, any are welcome here. All that wish to train. All that wish to learn the 6 ways. Many other orders have heard of us and dispatched their own, or many disenfranchised find their way to us just to find a different way.
And how do they get here?
Any way they can. That's why so few make it. But that is considered the first trial.
Where's your Nexus gate?
There are several, he kind of hoists himself up, that were located around the premises. I will show you to our most complete one, because many of them have fallen apart.
Ferox shoots a look over to Gara, like this is you.
Yeah, he catches the glance.
Wonderful. He leads you out of the body tower, and over to along the side of the tower that has shadow carved over the door. There's a Nexus gate, but it's got like a big chunk torn out of it. It's like an arch, and then a chunk is just missing.
Okay.
And he goes, unfortunately, this is the most complete gate that still exists here. Do you think that you can fix it?
Well, Garrett takes a look at the gate. I'd always pictured the gates as having symbols around them, where some indicate their origin and some indicate the destination.
Yeah.
So he looks at the chunk. I'm guessing, is it a chunk out of the destination stones or the origin stones?
Origin stones.
The origin stones. Great. One moment, and he pulls out his book, unwinds the twine. He's going to check and see what's based off of maybe the couple origin stones that are there. Where is the origin? Where is this gate? Like, where are they exactly now?
Give me an Arcana check on that.
Okay. 13.
You're able to get the basic province. You know that you're in the southeastern Homeland, fairly near the coast, actually. But beyond that, you're not able to deduce much.
Great. Does he know whether he would be able to at least make an outgoing connection, perhaps a one-way connection? Could he roll again, maybe?
You feel like if you were able to repair it, it would be possible.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. So he says, at best, if it's possible to make this gate work, it'd work in one direction, to the destination. But no one could come back through the gate back to here.
Are you certain? How can you tell?
Of course, you see this damage here. These are the origin stones that indicate where incoming gates would essentially dial in. He actually does this. Without them, it would be lost. The nexus would connect to a improper gate, or perhaps not connect at all.
But can it be repaired? Can we not? How are we to receive aid if people can't come this way?
Can I roll an Arcana to see
Sure.
if they can be repaired? 14. No, 16. Sorry.
16. You feel like if you could actually patch the missing part of the archway, then it would be possible.
Great. Perhaps it would be possible to repair the gateway to accept incoming Nexus portals, but it would be difficult. The best I could promise would be outgoing.
Do you need this completed? Would that help? If the arch were not broken.
Of course, if the arch were not broken, then it would be as easy as finding the particular origin and installing the proper stones.
He thinks a moment. He goes, all right. He kind of does a brief series of earthbending motions. And he manages to, there's actually, like, in the earth nearby, he just kind of molds it until it looks to be almost an exact, like, copy of the missing part. And then he goes and lifts it and sets it in the...
Great. Gara
melds.
raises an eyebrow and walks up and checks the composition of the new earth-built section to see if it is a proper portal stone material,
Very well.
or if it's simply just come back to Earth.
It seems kind of shoddy, but it might work.
Okay. He turns back around with kind of a skeptical look. This may work, but it also may destroy the stones if we dial out. You may only get one chance for reinforcements. And then, of course, if the portal were to break, people would be trapped here.
Very well. It's better than nothing. Can you start immediately?
He looks to Tiff, lady.
Do what you can.
Yes, I will begin immediately.
Thank you. While he works, if any of you have further questions or anything, feel free to ask, but I would like to provide as much support to your Technicifer as possible.
This guy's human, elven?
Half elven.
Half elven. Okay. Bex doesn't say anything. He just kind of
Yeah.
shrugs and.
I need more information on how far the disturbances are.
Yes, of course. As far as we are able to deduce, they are not far, maybe less than a day's journey from here. They haven't been growing, but I'm very reluctant to lose more of the brothers. We're a rare breed.
Okay. So it should take a day to get out there.
Probably less, depending on what you find.
Has anyone ever come through here that was odd?
Odd how? Many, like,
Came and left.
oh no, not in some time. Well, goodness me. I remember the last person to come through and not leave besides your sister is, and he kind of seems kind of disdainful. Clearly Volpina has been leaping out of walls and scaring a lot of the brothers. Well, I believe it was nearly 500 years ago. But that's... Well, I suppose he may have headed off in that direction.
500 years ago, this wasn't something you were present for, was it?
Yes, I'm afraid I was. That's the whole point of the 6 ways, you see. It was another means to... It started as another means to overcome the elven immortality problem back in the fall. Training the body and mind to a diamond point.
How old are you?
Oh goodness, I suppose it's probably 1,500 years now.
Great math.
You look great for
A
your age.
half-elf.
Thank you.
A half-elf at that age.
Yeah, you guys don't tend to live that long.
No, and even most of the brothers aren't so lucky, but my training has served me very well. I'm sorry, this must be quite a shock to you. I've never been exposed to this, but this is what we're all striving for here.
And why wasn't this information, if you've been alive for 1,500 years, why wasn't this information shared with the rest of the homeland?
We've adopted a bit of a monastic lifestyle, and believe me, it took, goodness, a very long time for me to achieve this state. It's not possible for everyone. We can't mass produce it.
But, I mean, still, the number of elven lives of the people that could have been saved, that's... I mean, if a half-elf has been alive for 1,500 years, there's generations that could have been saved and prevented.
We simply follow the doctrine that was laid out by the first master of the 6 ways.
And where is he?
He's gone. He did not achieve the same success that I did. I'm a bit of an anomaly. There's no one else here who's been able to do what I've done. I watch all my brothers die over and over again trying to achieve this. All I can do is try and help them best I can. I don't know what the difference is.
You said that 500 years ago a man came through here. Elven, human.
He did not stay long, but I believe he was an elf.
And what did he do? Why was he here?
We're not sure. He seemed to just be traveling. He took a bit of an interest in my condition, but once he learned the nature of it, he seemed very disinterested, really. He was... Well, he gave off a very peculiar aura. It was closer to a ghost or something than it was a living elf. But he seemed... Well, he didn't do us any harm, so we left him on his way.
How long did he stay?
Oh, only a day or two. Kept mostly to the room we provided. Didn't even take any food.
Do you remember what he did? Or what he looked like? Excuse me.
It was a long time ago. I'm afraid I can't provide too much information.
I understand.
Master Technicifer, how are you? Are you ready to begin work? Are you?
Of course. He's already been
Great.
looking at it.
Great.
I believe we have some things to discuss amongst ourselves.
Of course, I need to prepare. In any case, signal if you would like anything, and if not, I will see you in a bit. And he takes his two initiates, and they walk off.
Garrett's going to look up to Tess Tiff as he's kind of starting to pull out his stones and going through. And he says, "Lady Tiff, I'll have you know, without a jewel adjustment device, there's also no guarantee that we won't just get one shot. The stones will be placed by hand." He kind of has this you can see like a twinge of fear in his eyes, as like this is like something that hasn't been done in a very long time. Are you sure you'd like me to continue?
What does your judgment tell you?
My best guess is that we might get one shot, the one portal out or one portal in, but it may only stay open for seconds. There's no
Can you
guarantee.
send for a new Jad? See, here's my thoughts. We're here to reopen the portal, right? And here's the portal. Let's reopen it and let's get home so we can get paid.
Yes, of course. Even with properly adjusted jewels, though, this earthwork, as he kind of like squints at the jankily like assembled, it may only hold briefly.
Well, how hard is it to get them to carve more stone to be better?
Them?
The monks. I mean, they can make things out of just earth, but maybe if they actually put more effort in, they could actually make a.
Anyone can shape earth. It's about the
Not
proper...
like that he can. Not without some kind of arcane training. And he wasn't doing any kind of magic that I've ever seen.
You know what's really weird is he remembered exactly what it looked like. Just saying.
They all look the same.
Yeah, but like he had to still get the ruins for whatever your jargon was.
Perhaps there's more portals? You did say there was more than one, but this was the most complete.
Yeah.
If you could find the other portals and find any sort of location runes, would that help?
Does Garrett know if portals have been made in the last like 10,000 years?
No portals. No new Nexus
No
gates.
Nexus gates. I don't have an answer, lady. No gates have been made in our time. It's lost knowledge.
But if they have pieces laying around.
You cannot simply glue one of these together.
It's a lost arcane art. It's equivalent to traveling to another plane.
No, what
of
I am saying
existence.
is that you go to the portals, you find them, you look at the runes on each of them, you do a sketch or something, and put them all together, and then put them on the stone and put it on.
It may be possible. If we could find a stone intact, then perhaps we could use it as an incoming gate. But it would have to be close, and you can't move these things. even if we had the right stones, if it weren't in the proper location, the portal could send us anywhere.
This is all very strange, but we are under direct orders, so we will open the gate.
We must try.
Then we will try.
Open it and let's go home.
Ferrex, what sort of magic would let a half-elf live so long?
I don't know, especially that he doesn't exactly seem like the wizarding type. The greatest minds on the Homeland have tried for a very long time to try to get something like that. 1,500 years. That's 3/4 of the length of the fall, right? That is like 75%, and for a half elf nonetheless.
I couldn't even imagine.
He is.
Gara, looking around, you notice that there are actually several, like, they're in worse repair, but there are several gates nearby that you might be able to piece the information you need off of.
Is it like a room with like a couple of gates in it, or?
Yeah, it's actually outside. They're sort of spaced along the outside ring of this tower, outside wall there.
Okay. Should you make a check for it to see if we can?
Yeah, go ahead and give me Arcana.
Okay. I'm just trying to remember. We're supposed to light a beacon, right? Is that something we do, or do they know that they have a beacon that we need to light?
You were given a wand that, when triggered, will activate a beacon.
Okay. Okay.
Let's begin it up.
Yeah.
Lady Tiff, if I might speak with you alone.
Yes.
And we kind of step off to the side.
Yeah. How's that Arcana check going?
He rolled an 8 and then a 16, so maybe it took him a while.
Okay. If he wants to take his time, he can definitely.
I think it's time.
Yeah.
It's something that's maybe unheard of, is like repairing a completely damaged portal.
It's definitely like off the books weirdness.
Right. Okay. You're gonna work at it.
Lots of paperwork to be done.
Oh yeah.
There's no form for this.
Maybe.
Yeah.
There's no.
Yeah.
You'll probably be asked to teach a seminar or something after the fact
Right.
too.
Like an annex kind of.
Lady Tiff, I dare not question the Patrolunam or the what was the Mother Victoria?
Matre Victoria.
Matre Victoria. But this all seems highly irregular. Are we doing the right thing?
I believe that helping these people is important. We should check the disturbance and put an end to it. I believe then it will be safe.
Then that's what we'll do.
What makes you question it?
I've never seen such a strange group of people, let alone a half-elf that's lived so long.
It is troubling. But we have a job.
Right. Then let's do it.
Great. Gara sets to his work. It's probably going to take you a good half a day at least to really get going on this. What would you guys like to do? And is anybody going to stay and help him? Would you like to explore a little bit?
I think I would poke around his business, try and figure out how I can help.
Okay.
I am probably curious to know what Ferrex is going to do.
Yeah, Ferrex is going to. He wants to light the beacon. And then he's really all this half-elf stuff is giving him the heebie-jeebies. All this multiculturalism and whatnot.
Yeah.
So he's of half a mind just to light the beacon, get the portal, and then smoke some crystals until it's time to go home.
Okay, so you're gonna camp out around the portal probably. Okay, great.
But I do want to shoot the beacon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We do the beacon.
Yeah, you light off the beacon.
Point the wand in the air and.
Yep. It sort of just starts kind of pulsing a soft glow that lets you know that it's broadcasting.
I'm going to approach Veteran, right?
Veteran, yes. You find him
Um,
standing outside one of the towers now, speaking softly with a few other brothers.
Do I catch anything of what he says?
Mostly just talking about getting a portal going, and that we'll probably need to help secure it at some point and stuff like. And he goes, yes. I'm sorry, I don't believe I caught your name, lady.
Tiff.
Tiff.
Mhm.
You wear the laurels of Victoria, I see.
I do.
What can I do for you?
I was wondering if you have records of the history of this place.
No, the habit of writing down history was nothing that we ever quite adopted.
Then you're a storyteller, perhaps.
A bit, yes.
Where can I find them?
Well,
Or is it you?
I keep most of the written history because I have lived through, or most of the oral history because I have lived through much of it. What would you like to know?
When was this place found?
Shortly after the fall, from what I can tell.
Did you find it? Or did the
no, that
first...
That predates even me, I'm afraid. But this place was found and settled by mostly elves originally. Trying to find a solution that wasn't divine or arcane, I suppose. There was a lot of desperation at the time, and I think they were willing to try just about anything. They had heard stories of the martial artists of Syraxis and the Broken Kingdoms, and they had decided to pool their knowledge of such and see what could come of it. There was talk of ageless people.
How do you train to keep your longevity?
It becomes more of a state of mind after a while. Some might call it enlightenment, but I'm not sure that I would use those words.
You will yourself to be young?
I keep my body strong and my mind strong. And because of that, not even time can erode them. It's perfect balance, synergy between my mind and my body. And it takes constant adjusting.
Adjusting.
Well, yes, a mind and a body, they're not static things by nature. It takes very religious training and very constant mental
I thought you didn't believe in religion.
We train religiously. It is not to say that we worship a higher power, but you could say that we are our own religion here, perhaps, and we acknowledge the strengths of Victoria and Lunam, and many of the others. Dika, Meta, Nera. You heard of them?
No.
They're human deities. Adam. There are many who came from his faith before they ended up here. The humans mostly.
Can you feel spiritual energy?
If it's large enough, then yes, it exudes a sort of pressure on one's mind.
And you have been feeling that recently?
Yes, it's overwhelming, really. I've tried to numb my senses to gestures vaguely in the same direction as before.
Very well, thank you.
Of course.
While they were chatting, Toss probably approached Ferrix and at when he started to smoke crystals, and just asks him, "Why do you do that?"
Crystals?
Yes.
Because lets me see things.
What do you see?
Colors mostly. A lot of purple. But for the most part, it just helps me forget everything that was before this. I'd offer you some, but I think it would kill you.
That's probably true. I have to, and I approach Gara while he's working,
Mhm.
and I say, Gara, I noticed you reading a book. It appeared to be one of romantic nature.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Gara's eyes kind of light up, and you can see maybe for the first time he actually is excited about something. And he says, "Yes, the Affections of Ardelia. Have you read them?
I have not. We're
It is a wonderful series.
Oh,
You will borrow them sometime."
thank you. I guess I don't know much of romance, but I am curious.
Of course. Well, next time we go to rest, I will show you the books. I have several.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
And he nods and goes back to work.
You work away, and people drift. You all drift kind of around the portal and help Gara when he asks for it and stuff.
Wait, Vox was helping, right?
Yeah.
I have to imagine that Vox's helping mostly entailed Gara just yelling at him for touching things like, "Do not touch that. It is fragile." Or that. "Set that down."
Lots of that. Just as the sun is starting to go down, you click the last portal stone into place.
Great.
Having-
Is that the activation portal stone?
Yes.
Great. He's
having-
going to do that with his mage hand for sure, from
Okay.
30 feet.
Great. You back everybody up. You very gingerly click,
Great.
and the portal hums to life.
Great. He's going to walk up and I don't know if he has any tool that he can check that it's actually going to where they want it to be going to, but...
Give me Arcana.
23.
Seems to be anchored to the nexus like it's supposed to be.
Great. Maybe there's like a shimmer. He can see through it.
Yeah.
He turns to the rest of them. Is everyone else standing?
Yeah.
Roll around.
30 feet back.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 feet back. Yeah, he kind of hollers, "It seems to have worked."
Oh, good. I start walking towards the
Thank
portal.
Luna.
No, come back here.
I'm just looking.
Do
There's
not
the-
go through.
Part where we go home, yes?
No, our job is not done.
What?
Were you not paying attention?
Apparently not.
I forgot.
The just as this is happening, a few of the monks run up, and one of them looks kind of wide-eyed, and he runs up to Vox and he goes, "The other one, she was your sister, right?
Yes.
She's gone off towards the spiritual pressure, I'm afraid."
Which way was that?
He makes the same vague gesture in a direction that.
I start running off in that
Oh,
direction.
Vox is taken off already. Ferrex is hitting his head on things. Vox is taken off.
I'm gonna take off after him.
Lady Tiff, Filipina.
I look over at Gara as like we're the only two I think standing here now, and I go, if we don't come, if they don't come back, can we still get paid? You think?
He's like, "Of course. Yes, well, I will at least."
He's under you. You're not under you.
Shall we?
Wait up!
However, it will be exponentially more paperwork for Gara.
Right.
They both chase after him.
Form 17B, deceased party member. Form 17B, deceased party member. 17B, deceased party member.
You go running. The forest around here is amazingly calm, especially compared to just the hell that was the night before. And you run maybe after a while, you probably like it's half a day towards this place, and I think after a while, it's clear that you're not going to catch up with Volpina. So you probably stop sprinting at some point.
Well, yeah. Eventually,
Okay.
I'd be like, well, clearly I'm not catching up to her.
Yeah. But you all then continue in that direction. And it stays calm pretty much the whole way.
Calm as in, like, dead quiet,
Like-
or calm as in, like, sweet little birds chirping?
Like, no animals, no ghosts,
Cool.
nothing.
Creep City.
Ferrex does not like this.
Neither does Vox. It's too quiet. This is a forest.
Okay, you think so too?
It needs to be alive.
Once we agree on something, it needs to be undead.
No, it needs to be alive.
Right, undead. That's what I said.
Sure.
You make it to what looks like the hill, and at this point, you can all pretty much feel this sort of just. It's almost like static electricity just in the air constantly around this place. It's just like you're almost surprised you're not like shocking each other and stuff, but it's more of a spiritual electricity.
Okay.
And you reach the base of a hill, and up the hill there's mostly fallen ruins, and then there's sort of a cliff that the hill ends, and it sort of juts out to a point. And there's a structure on the hill that looks kind of peculiar. It looks similar to like a tiered elven building with concentric rings, like a small elven settlement. And it looks newish. And you think you see like vague forms milling around in front of it.
Okay.
No, no,
Ferrex,
no, no.
what's your feeling?
Bad. I keep saying this. Bad, bad, bad. I don't know I don't know why we're going out here.
This is part of our job. We're to investigate and clear the presence.
Oh, yeah.
Did you forget?
Yes.
Garrow's gonna take this opportunity to cast Pass Without Trace. It's not quite as you see. It's a little. It's much smaller when he does it with just his hands. But you do see a shimmer, and everyone receives their +10 to stealth.
Nice.
Cool.
Well,
Wherever she is, she would be up there. Correct?
I assume. Oh, I know a good way to find out. Turns into a wolf or dog type creature and like starts sniffing around the area to like try and catch her scent
Yeah. You catch your scent and it leads straight to that place.
and just start like making my way towards that direction.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stealth to get over as we head over there.
yes.
Great.
Stealth time.
Oh, nat 20. 30.
Boom.
21.
It will.
Yep.
Here
Gara.
we go. 16.
Great.
I'm just
not
straight going.
stealthing.
27.
27. Okay, everybody's good. As you guys make it up the hill and draw closer, you see what looks like just like there's some forms sitting, and it looks like they're just kind of hanging around, and it's some of them are dressed like the monks, and some of them are wearing like boiled leather, and mostly elves, but there's a few humans and half-elves in the mix as well. And they all just seem to be kind of sitting around contentedly. Like there's maybe 3 or 4 of them out in front of the entrance to this city. And one of them kind of looks at the dog and goes, "Oh, is that a wolf? I don't...
Woof!
Whoa. Hi, boy." And he kind of like goes like, like he's gonna pet you or something.
I kind of like slowly walk over.
You guys are all hiding in
Yeah.
the brush or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I see if they have any weapons on them?
Yes.
They do.
Most of the ones dressed like monks don't. A few of the ones in boiled leather have like some daggers and short swords and stuff.
Okay.
What do you guys make of this?
I have no idea. Nothing.
You're a long way from home, aren't you, boys? Scratching your ears. I've never heard of animals being pulled up this way. Have you guys?
Woof woof.
Lady Tiff, what do we do?
Something doesn't feel right.
Do I set
I
my
agree.
sister anywhere nearby?
It seems like she's just pretty much gone straight in.
Okay. I just kind of like start walking towards the door.
It's like, do we let him in? I don't see why not. You know, kind of just sit back and.
Do you want me to kill them, Lady Tiff?
No.
Woof woof.
They don't seem to be aggressive.
Well, it's worth a shot. Let's go.
Out in the open?
I don't see any other way of getting in.
Alright, then weapons drawn, let's approach.
Shing.
Shing shing. You guys approach, weapons drawn,
Yes.
and they see you coming, and they just kind of smile vaguely, and gesture inside. Like, yeah, that's
This
it.
does not feel good.
Just like it's like they smile kind of warmly, like
What is
welcome.
this place? That is not an answer.
It's not for us to give answers. You need to go inside.
I turn around and start barking.
Lunan, protect me, and I just march in.
You make your way. Task goes in. I guess he follows after Vox.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gary was trying to go in.
Everybody else coming in.
Yeah.
The rest of them are. I'm gonna follow, but
I feel like there's a finger arch in this situation, and we're not seeing it.
yep. I walk. I go past the guys.
I love this. Nothing happens. You guys continue up. You start ascending the tiers. Vox follows Vulpina's scent.
As we are walking
Mm-hmm.
in this, it's like a castle of some sort? Or?
It's sort of like remember the old elven city we found the nymph at the top of
Yes.
way back when? It's a similar structure to that, but it's built just like on this cliff, so it's sort of like a half of that positioned
Okay.
at the top of this cliff.
As we kind of go a ways into this cliff area, and like structure, Gary's gonna cast or use his primal awareness ability
Okay.
as a ranger to find a creature within 1 mile.
What are you finding?
Say dog.
Do you have to announce it whether it's specific?
I think it's for like tracking and stuff, right?
It may be primal awareness. Just a spell slot to find creatures within 1 mile.
What are you trying to find?
He's going to try to find humans. Interestingly.
Okay, so you're just sensing all humans within?
Yes, sensing whether there are humans within 1 mile.
There's maybe 2 or 3. Like there was one standing at the entrance.
Okay.
And you sense a few more.
We know they're not human.
Oh,
Yeah, and you sense a few more. They seem to just be normal humans.
Okay.
Some of them are monks. Actually, all the humans are monks. And a few of the elves are in boiled leather and stuff.
Great.
As you go on, there's a few more like just along there. There's a few more vague smiles. There seems to be like someone's baking bread in one of the old houses.
Oh, so are we passing people
Yeah,
as
there's
we're
like
going?
there's like maybe
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
10 or 15 people that have sort of settled in this place.
I'm gonna just approach one of them.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say, "What brought you here?
It's really not for me to say.
Who is it to say?"
You have to keep going.
Woof, woof, woof. Brr, brr.
I cast protection from good and evil.
I'm gonna cast a divine sense, or
Mhm.
use divine sense, which lets me know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet.
You sense one celestial at the top of the cliff.
Oh,
And you sense one undead next to it.
There is something ahead of us.
Good or evil?
I cannot say.
Oh yeah, who's to say at the top of the thing too? We have to keep going.
All I can say is
All right, let's do it.
You guys wind your way up
I'm
towards
gonna
the top.
Die, it might as well be today.
You guys finally make it to sort of the precipice. There's a low wall, and you can see the top of a moonberry tree, a very large one. It seems to be planted near the tip of the cliff, where the normal moon. It's sort of the central area where the moonberry tree would be in a settlement like this. And outside of that sort of portal that leads in there is there's just one form. It seems to be the rest of this square, this top area is empty. And there's one form with just a low hood pulled over his face, sitting casually in front of this archway.
Whoa.
hello. Who are you? What is this place?
It's really not for me to say. You have to see for yourself. Is that what they told you all the way up here?
Yes.
They like that. He straightens. Tiff, this sounds a lot like the voice in your head.
Great. So I've been talking to you.
And he kind of jerks it. Oh, it's the little priest that's in my head.
Oh, it's the little stone who keeps annoying me.
I looked at Tiff in surprise.
Oh,
You know this person.
didn't tell anybody, eh, little priest?
He's on the other end of the sending stone.
The sending stone. You've been using it?
You've been talking to whoever this is?
I needed to find him.
Well, it looks like we've done that.
And then
Yes.
some.
Yes, I would agree with the and then some part.
So who are you?
You're the party that raided my laboratory.
No, we're the party who tried to find answers to the ones you left behind.
Lady Tiff, the church will surely hear of this.
I knew I should have gone back. In any case, he kind of stands, and you can see, like, his hands appear kind of withered, like probably like part of an old undead would look. He goes, well, no sense hiding it anymore. You're gonna see it eventually. And he puts his hood back, and it looks like he's just this desiccated corpse, basically. Elf ears still, long whitish hair.
You had a job to do.
What do you mean?
A job to your country.
Sometimes the country doesn't want the job done. Not the way you want to do it. Sometimes the cost is too great.
And what is the cost for leaving your country behind and abandoning us?
It's really not for me to say.
Now, Lady Tiff. Show some respect for the dead.
Who are you?
I haven't thought about that in a while. My name is Necrosaurus Verivas Vi 2.
Okay.
So you tell him,
Yeah.
but you won't tell me.
Well, you're here now.
13.
13. I mean, it doesn't sound like doesn't sound familiar to you.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go. Yeah.
So it doesn't register with any of us.
No. However, he goes on to say, you know, I was one of the first shadows. Hardly seems to matter now, I suppose. But I did complete my master's work. My predecessor.
And what was his work?
He gestures to his face. Behold the great work of the Necrosaurus line. Listen. I assume you're all here after the little girl that came running by me a little while ago.
I unshift. Where'd she go?
He gestures behind himself.
What is behind him?
The moonberry.
So far, you can just see the moonberry tree.
Okay.
I walk over to the moonberry tree.
It's like through a portal. You have to like walk past him through
Oh,
like a small
to get
hallway
there.
to get
When
there.
you say portal, you mean doorway.
I mean like doorway. I keep
Right.
saying, yeah. I need to make that distinction
this-
in this setting.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Doorways are portals, but not all portals are doorways.
Yes, it's through like an archway with a low wall.
And this is all it's all worth it to just abandon progress.
I never said it was worth it. But abandon progress I did, you're right. I'm not proud of that. What do you want from me? He looks kind of defeated.
I just need one answer. Are you the source of the extra spiritual energy that's been happening in this area?
Oh, I'm flattered, but no, that's a bit beyond my scope.
So it's not for you to say. Come on, guys. It's the same thing they've been telling us the whole
Vox,
time.
I'm going to drown you.
You ran past toward the
There's a
tree.
pool around the moonberry tree, he says with kind of a... Like he shows way too much teeth because his lips have kind of decayed away a little bit. Water around the moonberry tree.
If you're not the source of the spiritual energy, then I have nothing else that I need to talk to you about.
Fair
you know
enough.
what the source is.
It's really something you should experience for yourself.
I want answers, and I raise my halberd to Necrosaurus.
He goes still for a second. He goes, don't go biting off something you can't chew, little dim.
I take
Ferrex
my
is gonna
halberd.
come up like as he hears that, and he's gonna come up and he's gonna like point a burning finger at the guy, and he says, "Hey, watch your tone, Daddy."
Ooh, sick burn!
And he kind of goes, oh, you wound me with your words.
Fine. What do we experience this? What is this? Just
He gestures behind him again.
fine. Toss is going to look at Lady Tiff with disdain, and then go past Necrosaurus and probably like shoulder check him a little bit as he passes.
He just goes like, he chuckles a little bit as you go
And,
by.
and I'm gonna head out to where Vox is.
Great. You guys have headed through now. You three are still standing outside.
Right.
He looks over to you. Like, so, what's it gonna be?
Well, what are my options?
Pretty much just go through or leave or make the damn fool decision to try and attack me or something.
Why did you leave a sending stone in your laboratory? I feel like if you would do that, you wanted someone to find it.
It was the easiest way to get the spell book to communicate with me still. Really should have gone back and retrieved the damn thing, but it's been hard to leave this place.
Why? Why?
Why has it been hard to leave this place? Well, I suppose you'll see or your friends will tell you about it in a moment.
So you haven't had your spell book in some time.
No, I haven't. And I can see that the wheels are turning in here when I tell you that.
I imagine then that many of those items have faded from your memory.
You would not be incorrect to assume that.
Have you been back to the laboratory since our visit?
Can't say that I have. It's been a long time.
Oh, well then, you missed you missed what we left you. You see, I burned your spell book.
He loses kind of his bemused demeanor and goes, "Yeah, that one told me as much over the stone. Thanks for that."
Oh, good. Good, Lady Tiff. So you are passing on the good news.
Ferrex, stop it.
Oh, I just want to make sure that our friend here knows how much his
What if someone tore your skin off and
years-
burned it?
of
Would
years
you be
book.
happy?
I would be dead. But last time I checked, Lady Tip, this is no longer one of the people. What you're talking to is the former shell of one of the people. In fact, actually, I have learned a thing or two from his spellbook. He's no better than a pile of bones on the ground, and I know because I have read how his magic works. This is not life extended. This is just a false mimicry of life.
You sound just like him, I see. Those old elven biases still going strong, but who am I to debate with you? I mean, look at where I've ended up.
Are you happy?
How could I be?
So why not kill yourself? End it.
Doesn't seem like the right thing to do either. I mean,
What are you
I
living for?
remember. I remember before. Do you understand that?
A lot of us remember before.
Before the fall? I don't think you understand that. What it used to be.
Well, I'm done here. I've said all that I think I want to say. Lady Tiff, it seems that you're wavering. If you want to become a some kind of a zombie monster and this guy can't help you, let me know. I'm going to be through the portal so I can retrieve our friends and so we can go home.
Now you're
Gara,
calling
I
it
guess
the
you
portal,
can...
What? Now you're calling it the portal.
Yeah, the portal. Gara, I will leave whatever choices you have. I hope the portal works, and if I don't see you again and I die on the other side of the door, it was very nice to have worked with you. And I'm gonna walk away.
That was a treat.
Hmm.
Why'd you keep the stone?
I felt the need to help you.
Help me.
You seem sad.
Well, you're either more insightful than you look, or you're good at making things up. What's not to be sad about? The whole elven people are sad. Although, like your friend said, I can hardly count myself among them anymore.
That's why we make progress. We move forward.
There's no progress for me, just slow rotting.
You can take control of your own progress. I am learning the hard way that sometimes you need to leave the past in the past. And all you can do is move forward. And it is your choice how you do that. You can either sit here and, as you say, rot, and think of what was before, and hope that someday it will be like it was. Or you can take control of your own destiny and do something about it.
What do you want me to do? I go back to elven society, I get
It is
burned
whatever
and turned
you
as
believe
quick.
is progress. It is your choice.
Maybe this is progress. He sits back down. You should really follow your friends.
Lady Tiff, let's go. We've seen all we can here.
Yes. I hope you find peace, Necrophorus. And I walk through the door.
He doesn't chuckle. As you all make your way through, Gara, I assume you're following her.
Yeah.
Vox, you and Toss went through first. It opens and it's just a wide, like the cliff comes to a pretty pronounced point. It actually kind of elongates out into a bit of a bridge, and over it, it's now nighttime because you guys went running off at nighttime actually.
Mhm.
How convenient. You see
Almost like
the
we planned it.
you see a large sprawl of the city spread out below it. It's kind of a breathtaking view, actually. There's a large moonberry tree in the middle of this place, surrounded by the traditional pool. And over out on the land bridge out there, there's as the moon hangs in the sky above, there's actually appears to be kind of a smaller, glowing, pulsing moon presence floating right at the tip of the peak. You find Volpina sitting cross-legged next to the moonberry tree.
I sit down with her.
Huh.
You didn't tell me you were leaving?
Sorry.
What'd you find?
She turns, and meanwhile, Ferrix, you find your way through.
Tosses.
Oh, Toss, you come
Yeah.
through at about the same time that he does. And she kind of turns and she goes, well, there's that thing, which is strange.
It is, but it's not like doing anything to us, so...
Yeah, I think it's the source of this weird tingly feeling, though.
I don't feel it, so I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't? It feels like the air is charged here. You can't feel that?
I guess now that you mention it, I do. You know how I am.
I know how you are, Vox. Ferrix makes his way through, and shortly after, Tiff makes her way through. She just kind of sits there quietly, swaying, waiting for all. She seems to be like waiting for all of you to wander in. Like, did the old man out front give you trouble?
No.
He's not as bad as he thinks he is.
Mhm.
Anyway, yeah, the only other thing is her, and she turns, and there's a sort of, actually kind of behind you guys, sitting on the low wall that surrounds this,
Mhm.
there's like a little girl with bluish skin, like kicking her feet on the side of the wall. And she's, as you all kind of turn and look at her, and she smiles. And she jumps, and she kind of glides slowly down, and her feet just kind of barely touch the ground. She says, hello, welcome. And that's going to be the end of the session.
No!
Thank you for watching Threshold, Relics of the Homeland. This has been fun. Go ahead and join us tomorrow, Tuesday, for questions, comments, concerns, and I'll be back for afterwards. After that on Wednesday. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out our Patreon, because that is just, the fact that some of you want to support us is amazing, and we've got some really exciting improvements to the show coming up, probably after this season, but man, I can't wait. And at the same, and I think that's about it, actually. So see you tomorrow. Join us on all the social medias. Later.